Listen to me carefully. If you truly understand what I'm about to tell you, your life will never be the same again. Most people walk around like puppets on a string, reacting, complaining, getting offended, exploding in anger because someone said something or did something. They let others control their emotions like a remote control. And that's weak. That's slavery of the mind. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you will change the way you see the world forever. Everything you feel, anger, frustration, irritation, offense, is a choice, and most people don't even realize it. They go through life reacting like puppets, thinking emotions happen to them. But that's the greatest lie they've ever been sold. No one forces anger into your mind. No one injects frustration into your veins. You do it. You allow it. You participate in it. And that means you can stop it. Most people live in a prison of their own making. They blame their emotions on the outside world. He made me mad. She disrespected me. They shouldn't have said that. Weak thinking, small thinking. That's the mindset of a person who will never be free, because the moment you say someone else made you angry, you are admitting that they control you. You are admitting that your emotions are a puppet and the world holds the strings. And that's pathetic, because the truth is, you hold the strings. You always have. You just never realized it. You want proof? Think of a time when someone insulted you and you exploded in rage. Now imagine if someone else had said the same words, but they were a 5-year-old child. Would you still be mad? No, you'd laugh. You wouldn't take it seriously. So what changed? Not the words, not the insult, just your perception of it. That's the key. That's the escape from the prison. It was never the words, it was you. The meaning you attached to them, the power you gave them. And if you can change the meaning, you can erase the emotion. You can choose peace over anger, strength over reaction, power over weakness. The people who master this become unshakable. They walk through life untouchable, immune to the petty drama and emotional games that control most people. They don't get triggered. They don't explode in rage, not because they're passive, but because they refuse to hand over their power. If you can control your emotions, you control yourself. And if you control yourself, you control everything. The world is designed to provoke you. Social media, the news, people in your life. Everywhere you turn, something is trying to get a reaction out of you. And most people fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. They get mad at strangers online. They get offended at jokes. They let people they'll never even meet dictate how they feel. And it's ridiculous. It's weakness disguised as righteousness. Every time you get triggered, every time you let someone push your buttons, you are proving that you are not in control, that you are not the master of your own mind, that you are a slave to your emotions. And that is exactly what keeps you powerless. There is only one way out: ruthless self-control. You must train yourself to stop reacting. You must recognize that every single time you feel anger, you are making a choice. And the moment you see that choice, you can break free. But most people won't. Most people are addicted to their emotions. They love the feeling of being mad. They love the rush of outrage. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel justified. But it also makes them weak. Because the strongest people in the world don't waste their energy on useless emotions. They don't drown themselves in anger over things that don't matter. They stay focused. They stay sharp. They stay dangerous. Next time you feel yourself getting mad, stop. Don't react. Just observe. Notice the feeling rising in your chest. Notice the thoughts racing through your mind. And instead of diving into them, step back. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my peace? Am I choosing to be controlled right now? Because that's exactly what's happening. You are choosing to let something control you. And that's a choice you don't have to make. The second you master this, your life changes. You become immune to insults. You become indifferent to disrespect. You stop wasting your time arguing with people who don't matter. And most importantly, you stop giving away your power. Because that's what anger really is. Giving away your power for free. Every time you explode, every time you lash out, every time you let someone push you into an emotional reaction, you are proving that they own you, that they can make you dance like a puppet with a few words. And that's pathetic. That's not strength. That's not power. That's weakness dressed up as toughness. True power is silence when they expect a reaction. True power is laughing when they expect rage. True power is walking away completely unbothered while they scramble to make you mad. Because once you refuse to play the game, they lose all control. They become powerless, and you become untouchable. Most people live their whole lives being controlled by emotions they never chose. Don't be most people. Master yourself, and you master the world. Other people have zero power over you, none. Not their words, not their opinions, not their actions. The only power they have is the power you give them. And if you stop giving it, they have nothing. But most people don't get this. They walk around like puppets, reacting to everything, letting other people dictate how they feel as if they have no control. And that's exactly why they suffer. They let a single comment ruin their day. They let someone's opinion crush their confidence. They let a disrespectful person make them mad. But why? Why give that power away? Why let someone else decide how you feel? That's not strength. That's not intelligence. That's weakness. Because the moment you allow someone to affect your emotions, you are admitting that they have control over you. And if they have control, you don't. And if you don't, you're powerless. The truth is, people will always say things, people will always do things, people will always disappoint you, criticize you, insult you, reject you, try to get under your skin. And guess what? That's life. You can't control that. But you can control your response. You can control your perception. You can control whether or not you let it affect you. Because nothing has meaning until you give it meaning. And so when you learn how to let you in, nothing has power until you give it power. A stranger could insult you today, and you'd forget about it tomorrow. But if a friend said the same thing, you'd take it personally. Why? Not because the words were different, but because you decided that one person's words matter more than another's. It was never the words, it was always you. The moment you understand this, you become untouchable. You stop reacting to nonsense. You stop getting offended by petty people. You stop wasting your energy on things that don't matter. And suddenly, people lose their grip on you. They can say whatever they want, and it doesn't shake you. They can criticize you, and you don't care. They can reject you, insult you, lie to you, betray you, and you remain unbothered. Because you know the truth. Their words don't define you. Their opinions don't shape you. Their actions don't control you. You are the only one who decides what affects you. And if you decide nothing does, then nothing will. But most people don't live this way. They're weak. They care too much about what others think. They crave approval. They seek validation. They let every little thing get to them, and they don't even realize they're being played. They act like victims when someone says something mean. They get triggered when someone disagrees with them. They explode in anger when they feel disrespected. But here's the brutal truth. When you react, they win. When you get mad, they win. When you let their words ruin your day, they win. And you lose. You lose your power. You lose your peace. You lose control over your own mind just because you let someone else pull your strings. And that is the ultimate form of self-betrayal. The strongest people in the world understand one thing. No one gets to control how they feel. No one. They don't get offended. They don't waste energy on pointless arguments. They don't crumble under criticism. Because they've realized that the only way someone can hurt them is if they let them, and they refuse to let that happen. They refuse to be controlled by weak people. They refuse to let someone else's words dictate their emotions. They refuse to hand over their power. People will try to get a reaction out of you. They will test you. They will say things just to see if they can break you. But once you stop reacting, you become a mystery. You become a fortress. You become someone they can't figure out, and that terrifies them. Because people thrive on controlling others. They live for the ability to push buttons, to manipulate emotions, to stir up drama. But when they push your buttons and nothing happens, they have nothing. They are nothing. They lose all control. And that's when you win. Weak people fight every battle. Strong people choose which battles are worth their time. Weak people react to everything. Strong people decide what's worth their energy. Weak people seek revenge. Strong people seek control. The second you stop reacting, the second you stop letting people dictate how you feel, you level up in a way most people will never understand. You move differently. You carry yourself with power. You don't get dragged into petty nonsense. You don't let toxic people affect your mood. You don't let disrespect shake your confidence, because you've mastered the game. You've realized that no one can take your peace unless you hand it to them. And you don't hand over anything. People will always talk. Let them. People will always have opinions. Ignore them. People will always try to test you. Pass every test by staying in control. Because the moment you stop reacting, you become untouchable. And when you become untouchable, you become free.